So we're at that time of year again where a large proportion of people are going to be making goals or setting goals and envisioning kind of bigger futures and dreams for themselves. The catch is anywhere between 80 and 92% of people are going to fail, and they're going to fail within the first 17 to 19 days of this year. Now, I know that's a bit of a glum way to start the video. Oh, by the way, most of you that have just set goals, you're all going to fail, but it's the fucking truth. So let's not pussyfoot around it. Let's not, blow smoke up your ass and all the rest of it. The truth is most of you will fail, and you don't have to, but for many of us, we actually don't really want to succeed. Now, that can also sound a bit harsh, but it's true. We're too comfortable in our current discomfort because it's familiar, and therefore we don't really want to step out of our comfort zone and experience this new future because it's new to us or it's foreign to us or we haven't experienced it for so many years. We don't know if once we get there, we're actually going to like it. But when it comes to actually setting the goal or the target, many of us don't actually need a goal because the goals that we set often are not inspiring enough to us anyway. They don't inspire us enough to actually step the fuck up and take the actions we know we should be taking. So what we often need to do, rather than set goals and visions and so on, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I set goals myself and have visions and blah, blah, blah. I do use goals. But the other thing that I accompany it with is a decision. Some of you don't need the goal yet. You just need to make the fucking decision. The decision to go all in on you and no longer tolerate this bullshit that's going on in your life, that's keeping you stuck where you are, keeping you playing small, keeping you fat, tired, unhealthy, and overweight. What we need is for you to instead make a decision to no longer tolerate that shit. The goal can come later. That's not to say that, just because I've made this decision to no longer tolerate it, I can't set a bigger picture or a bigger future. You can, and in time you should. But right now, for some of you, it's not a case of what's the perfect plan or what's the perfect diet or exercise program. You don't need that. You just need to make the choice. Decide you will no longer tolerate this mediocrity within yourself, and you'll no longer allow yourself to walk around as this half-assed version of you when you know you could be more. You know you're meant for more, but for some reason, you currently don't have the power to go out there and make that a reality for you. Now, all it takes ultimately is a decision, a choice. For you to take a moment and say, no longer will I tolerate this shit. Yes, it can be hard, and it will be hard to do that and then to stand in the power of that and actually live by it when there's going to be so many different things going on around you that will give you the perfect opportunity and the perfect excuse to fall back to where you are. But the truth is, if you actually want to get results, if you want to move away from this place of pain that you're currently stuck, you've got no choice. You're going to have to make a decision at some point, and you're going to have to stand by it. Because every time you sort of set a goal or set a vision or even make a decision but don't follow through, you lose trust in yourself. And you lose trust in yourself more and more and more to the point where you give up even trying, really. It's like you have an idea, yeah, I'd like to lose weight. This is the year. This is my year. I'm going to do it this year. And then what happens? We don't show up for ourselves. We don't follow through. And of course, if you don't show up and don't follow through, you don't get the result that you want. Now, it's a shitty place to be, constantly setting goals, setting targets, having dreams, but not actually stepping up and doing the work. Now, yeah, of course, sometimes the work doesn't seem fun, but let's be honest, it's not fun staying stuck where we are either. So we need to make that decision. We need to have the power within ourselves to step up and say, no more. I will no longer tolerate this shit within me. I won't tolerate being overweight. I won't tolerate being weak. I won't tolerate this low confidence, this low self-esteem, and this inability to show up as the full version of me because I'm hiding inside this fucking prison I've built around myself that constantly holds me back from being who I know I'm called to be. Now, if this is the case with yourself, then you need to sit with yourself today and you need to kind of decide, well, do I actually need a goal or do I just need to make a decision to move and to act differently and to think differently so that I can create different outcomes in my life regardless of the specific goal that I set? So if that's the case, sit with yourself and decide that. Like, do I need a goal or do I need to make a decision? And then, of course, once you've done it, it's time to start taking action. Make a decision about the way you're going to go about this change. Why you're going to use a specific type of exercise program? Are you going to use a specific type of nutrition plan? Are you going to find a coach? Are you going to do it alone? Are you going to find a friend, a partner? There are various things you might want to think through, but none of them can actually take place until you make that decision to go all in on you, to start supporting you and stop leaving yourself until fucking last like we always tend to do as men, constantly leaving ourselves at the bottom of our list because we need to put out all the fires that are all around us, take care of everybody else, make sure everyone else is catered to and taken care of. But what about us? Let's face it, at the end of the day, if you don't take care of you, you can't completely take care of anything else because you're showing up as this half-assed version of you. And we don't want that anymore. We don't want that in 2024, and we don't want it beyond. So it's time to make that decision. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Of course, if you have any questions on this or about how you maybe should get started or how you can develop the power to make these powerful decisions for yourself so that you can move forward in action, drop me a comment in below or obviously reach out to me in the DMs. I'm more than happy to help you and to support you. And if not, as always, people, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.